Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. To all of you, I say, it's not the night to address the party members and leadership. But you can't do acceptance speech and just leave. To me, I will do more than that. I first start by saying thank you to our national leadership, the national chairman, Senator Abdullahi. Thank you, you from Senate, governorship, Ahmed history of navigating a very large political party to make a president. It's not a small letter in history. It's a big letter of achievement. A great day. Thank you very much. God bless you. To the entire members of the National Working Committee, and particularly the Secretary of the party, Iyola Omisore, who had worked with him, collecting some funds, doing everything administratively to get us to comply with the requirement of National Electoral Commission. We thank you for a good job done, and you've navigated the ship and taught us chiefship to get us to this destination. The ship did not sink or waver. We anchor well on the President-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. To majority of you, I can go line by line for your position. I can. Many of the leaders that I've seen here tonight, they were awake by sudden call that we might get the results of the coalition earlier than told. And we are ready to say to the workers in the office who have been in the situation room, your situation starts to improve. You've achieved the necessary result, and God Almighty will bless you. Our party will give you the prosperity that you need, and will reward you. Just be patient with us. I have two people stand up, receive your clap. Not a slap. I say big thank you. The party says big thank you for a job done. Where is Babatunde Ogala? SAN, we thank you the way you handle the let out gorilla on the other side of the aisle. We have to wrap a little bit, but tonight is a night of friendship. We like what you did, and we like the professionalism, the manner and the way you handled yourself. To our party, I can't believe this many people will still be up at this night. I can assure you, if I miss you, it's not intentional. I have seen would-be governors, I've seen speakers, I've seen those who have almost blew up the screen of the television with big grammars and Dele Alake and many of them. And I've seen Isa, all of them. I've seen the diaspora. I've seen Sherry. And I have seen the calculator. Whether the calculator is still working or not, the battery charged. He delivered the number. I've seen my friend Yari. I've seen my friend Ganduji. I've seen my friend Atiku Bagudu. I wanted to change your first name. But after an interesting appeal, and because it will take a longer time to process the change of name for my sisters and my daughters too. So I leave it, but with a semicolon. To our party, I just need to say thank you. We have made a promise to the country. We have rewritten the map of Nigeria. They've punched us in the scene. And the night we were declared beating in Lagos, I said that is no beating. That is a temporary setback that the politician has experienced. And since then, I really thank my wife standing by me tremendously she's a very, very prayerful woman. To you, the party, it is. I want to single out for you to learn one thing: conflict and conflict resolution mechanism by the example of 3 people which who are here. The people are from Zamfara. They face a battle of competition, disagreement, substitution, and many ways. But Senator Yari, who was the former governor, Mutawali, the Excellency present governor, Shetima, and many of them, including Senator Marafa, they got together on their own after so much pressure. They were able to resolve their differences without damaging to the party, without destroying the party, and they brought home victory for the presidential candidate and victory for the Senate. I want to say thank you especially for those. We will never forget Yari. We will never forget an Atiku, the sacrifice. We will never forget Mutawali. It's my son, actually. Now I can go straight before other rappings and talks to what I should do. My standing out here is to talk to fellow Nigerians that I am profoundly humbled that you have elected me to serve as the 16th president of our beloved country. This is a shining moment in the life of any man and affirmation of our democratic existence. From my heart, and truly from my heart, I say thank you very much. How humble could I be if I do a cultural idobale? It won't satisfy many people who don't understand it. If I do a cultural nail bending, other than tag Allah, nobody will understand it. But I wish all of you well. I wish you very, very well. Whether you are a position holder or not. But I want to point to a man Katsina and deporting him. But there's no person that you can talk of his integrity, honesty, dedication, trustworthiness as much as this man. He was carrying vice president in my name. I got queries from everybody except my wife. But he did what he ought to do as a leader, reliable, dependable, and honest human being. Thank you very much. Back to this speech, to really thank you. I said whether you are ratified or articulated, obedient, sincere, or have any other political affiliation, you voted and struggled for a better Nigeria, more hopeful nation, and I thank you for your participation and dedication to our democracy. You decided to place your trust in the democratic vision of a Nigeria founded on a shared prosperity, and one nurtured by the ideas of unity, justice, peace, and tolerance. Renewed hope has dawned and landed in Nigeria. I represent that promise, and with your support, I know that promise will be fulfilled. You will, and we will achieve it together. I commend INEC for running a credible election. No matter what anybody says, it is. I never see any of you who did not make either arithmetic mistake or grammatical error in their classes, not to talk of the lapses, few lapses that were reported were relatively few in number and were immaterial to affect the final outcome of this election. Let's be realistic. But is the underlying report reliable? Yes. I say so. International community says so. And the arithmetic says so. With each cycle of elections, we steadily perfect the process so vital to our democratic life. Today, Nigeria stands tall as the giant of Africa. It shines even brighter as the continent's biggest democracy. You should be proud of that. Not just that or thing because you didn't win the election. You are a patriotic citizen. Be helpful to our integrity, character, and reputation. as Nigerians. We should be proud of that. I thank all of you who supported my campaign. Most especially President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for his commitment and dedication to the cause of our democracy. He is indeed a true patriot. I must also thank his wife. It is the entire family. They were on this election. They keep their eyes on the ball, committed, patriotic, loyal, and firm. I also thank my running mates and the Vice President-elect, his name is Senator Kazim Shettima, equally former governor. He's from Bonu, an immovable pillar of support. And all other of you, many of you, who have supported the campaign. Yes, I remember, and thank you for voicing it out, that Valeke is there. Valeke is an a committed worker, dependable, cerebral, and financial. To the progressive governors of our party and this nation, to the party leadership and many loyal members, you, the progressive party, you have the opportunity in many ways to betray your party. You face a cashless policy. Some of you still owe party agents. But despite that fact, despite the austere pocket, you deliver victory without your dedication. And we know standing before you as governor and president-elect, you made it possible. Progressive governors. There's no way I can ever intentionally let you down. I owe you a debt of gratitude to the entire campaign organization, the women. The woman leader, no name, no woman, no nation. They did everything possible. Creative, dancing, intelligent discussions, programs of ideology, things about the health of our nation was a great importance to them. They did a good job, particularly the leadership of educated. We must thank them. We must thank them. The entire campaign organization, they say they run a parallel line as women. We arrived at the same destination. Today, we can reap the benefit of victory, the joy of democracy, the power of deciding what next. Let me say thank you to my lovely wife, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you, the senators, don't expect her back. It's going to be my housewife and first lady. Enough of lending. The other room. Well, if you are not tired of me now, I won't be tired of you. I am very happy. To you, they want to hear that announcement has been made that I have been elected the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is a serious mandate. I hereby accept it. That mandate to serve you, be your servant, and not be your leader. To work with you and make Nigeria a great country. I take this opportunity also again to appeal to my fellow contestants to let us team up together. It is the only nation we have. It is one country and we must build together. We work together to put broken pieces together. We must work for the unity, happiness, and harmony. We must not act like that orchestra that has no direction of a conductor. We will, and we have elected a conductor named President-elect. Let's collaborate to create a symphony that will make the rhythm of music and prosperity history for our country. We have what it takes. We have what is needed. Knowledge, creativity, the mind, determination, we are the same country performing wonders in other countries. We can do it here. I promise I'll work with you to make Nigeria the destination of returning home to contribute to the development of our nation. Thank you. The youth, I address you first. Let me repeat that I hear you loud and clear. What do I say? Loud and clear. Whatever the cost, we are going to charge the path together. We are going to embark on this journey together, united. No one is too small to be creative. Inshallah, we will work together. And we pay attention, undivided attention to your education. We will be creative. Credit will be available. Education loan will be available. 4 years course will be 4 years course. No more strike. Your universities will have their autonomy to be able to upgrade your syllabuses and be creative. No more selling of handouts. They must be authors. They must write and pay for the nation. I know where it pains. And believe me, you will see the reward of your election. Thank you very, very much. God bless you.
The acceptance speech of the President-elect Senator Bola Tinubu right there at the headquarters of the APC's Presidential Campaign Council in the heart of the nation's capital, Abuja. I imagine that there shouldn't be any use for the PCC anymore since he has emerged the winner of this election. And his speech, well, he touched on some major issues. First, he, at some point, of course, as you would expect, accepted to serve Nigerians. And he says that he wants to be a servant to Nigerians and not be their leader. And he called this a serious mandate. So that's official. It's an acceptance speech, just in case you were wondering. Quite a number of issues he raised, gentlemen. And I think he began by thanking others, not just the people that voted for him, generally voters who came out to vote on Saturday. He thanked them for their participation in democracy, and he says that he recognizes that it's a move for shared prosperity of Nigerians. For some people, that might be some sort of, would you call it an olive branch, some sort of acknowledgement that, yes, indeed, you have your candidates you support, but thank you anyway. I mean, this is for the shared prosperity of Nigeria.
In his words, he said, whether you're batified, articulated, obedient, or conquasier, I must thank you for working hard to strengthen a democratic system. Those are his words.
Exact words, verbatim. And then he again reiterated his campaign mantra, which is renewed hope. And he says, well, this has now come and landed in Nigeria. And you can see the backdrop just behind him where he made that acceptance speech. Renewed hope was there emboldened. But he didn't stop at that. He asked for support as well from all Nigerians. But let's listen in. Our political editor has given an interview with former Governor Olomishore.
This means so much to Nigeria as a country, that our party, as the largest party in Africa, means so much to us. The challenge you have taken, and we're putting Nigeria to greater heights.
There seems to be a lot of disagreement. Some political parties are not happy and they're asking for the cancellation. How do you reach out to them? In the case that INEC listen to them or they go to court, what are your hopes about this process?
This election is the freest ever in this country. You can see the dynamics and the way the election won sports places. And the electoral act was very clear. As a combination, the advances go to courts and we meet the court as well. But it's a free and fair, square election. Thank you.
Going forward, how does your candidate or how will your candidate be able to unite Nigeria?
Well, you can see that we're across the board. He's a mature candidate. He has gone sees all. And yes, it has all of us. So we're surely going to get the plan by God's grace.
Congratulations once again. Thank you so much. That's the National Secretary of the APC, Senator Olomishore. Let me speak with former Senator and a former aide to President Muhammadu Buhari. I'm being joined by Senator Omolare. Thank you so much, Senator Babajide Omolare. What does this mean for your party, this victory? What does it mean for your party?
Well, it means that there will be continuity in government, and we know there will be a rejig to a large extent. I've worked with Asiwaju before, and I know it does not work haphazardly. It works taking the party people along, but also making use of a lot of technocrats. So we are expecting a dynamic governance in Nigeria, and I make bold to say within a very few months, we would have seen some changes in some aspects. He is a thinker and is also a doer. So it's going to strategize with a view to changing Nigeria. It's good for the party because it is still the same structure of the party. And just like you two admitted, there is need to re-strategize. There is need to, and we've had Nigerians. This is one of the keenest elections I've ever participated in. Winning 12 states, the second 12 states, the top 11 states and FCT. So there is people are saying a lot of things, and we have heard. We know where the shoe is pinching, and we will try our humanly possible best at the party to do the needful.
The National Assembly is another critical aspect.
Yes.
As soon as Bola Tinubu is inaugurated as the next president, he needs to find a working relationship with the National National Assembly. And you know what happened with the National Assembly election? It's not going to be an easy task because of the mix of those who are coming to the National Assembly. This is going to be a very big order for him, isn't it?
We agree. We agree. Don't forget that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu was also a senator. The vice president is senator. The first lady, by the grace of God, is senator. So there is need to forge working relationship, very fine working relationship with the Senate and with even House of Reps. I can assure you this will be done, irrespective of whether, you don't need two-thirds majority to have a good relationship. You forge unity within the parliament, and you must ensure that those arm of government, I'm a stickler for a very good relationship between the executive and the legislature. It has nothing to do with separation of powers, as long as you don't do my work and I don't do your work. But if we don't talk to ourselves, if we don't relate, it is the people that will suffer. So we will have proposals, plans, programs, projects that will require signing off by the National Assembly, that will require confirmation and approval by the National Assembly, and we will talk to the National Assembly and we will get things done.
Senator Babajide Omoworare, thank you so much for talking to us. Yet another personality, perhaps, that you saw at the Collation Center, a senior advocate of Nigeria and a former legal advisor of the APC, Mr. Babatunde Ogala. SN, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations to you and your party. Give us a sense of what kind of legal order you are expecting. It does look like the opposition, LP and the PDP, are coming with the fight. Are you ready for that kind of fight?
Sure, well, we wish we don't have a fight, but you can be sure that we have our team in place. They've given us snippets of what they are coming with if they come. But like Asiwaju said when he made his speech here, inviting them to come on board and let us build this country together. These elections have been won and won, because I said it's been won and won because we are all winners. There's no victor, no vanquished. Joining hands to build a nation. But however, in so doing, in extending the hand of fellowship, it does not make us weaklings. We know we have fought very hard to achieve this victory, and we're also going to fight very hard to defend it. Legal orders, yes, the election petition tribunals are open. The day for them to fight starts counting from this morning. And on that part, we have put together our team. We have a strong legal team already put together that are already also getting their thoughts together in anticipation that we may have some petitions to defend at the election petition tribunals. Don't say we should be expecting PDP and LP, but we are conscious of the fact that there were 18 parties on the ballot, and any one of them, indeed all of them, could file petitions. So we are prepared for 18 election petitions at the tribunals.
Mr. Babatunde Ogala, thank you so much, Advocate of Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations once more for you and your party. Well, it's been an eventful morning, because it's no longer evening. It does look to me that these days, evening, morning, and afternoon have so much subsumed into one, because Nigerians were expecting the outcome of this exercise, and it's culminated into what we've seen today. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the candidate of the APC, is now declared the president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and this very event terminates at the moment when Bola Tinubu says he accepts the honor of being declared as a president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from the Presidential Campaign Council Office of the APC here in the city center of Abuja. Sean Kimabe reporting for Channels Television. It's back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you, Sean. Clearly looks like the celebration will continue at that point, but he earlier spoke with former Deputy Governor of Western State, Yolomi Shure, Senator Babajide Omoworare, and Mr. Babatunde Ogala, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. And, speaking about the speech, the acceptance speech of the president-elect now, I think one of the major points that would stick out is the fact that he commended INEC for conducting a credible
election.
Which was reiterated by the former deputy governor and now national secretary of the party, Mr. Yola Omishore. He also made mention of how INEC did a great job. But I'm Mr. Ogala, the SAN, clearly admitted that he knows that he is already expecting legal fireworks. So
that's some balance.
Some balance to the whole.
Exactly what Victor was saying, that you can't expect this to go through. It's only natural by history. The only time we didn't have to go through this, I think, was in 2015. When President Goodluck Jonathan just accepted and that's it.
What if this is another 2015 anyway?
Well,
it might go either way. That's the point.
But we also have something from the president who has also congratulated the president-elect, President Muhammadu Buhari, through his spokesperson, Garba Shehu. I can read some part of the statement. It says, I congratulate His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his victory. Elected by the people, is the best person for the job. I shall now work with him and his team to ensure an orderly handover of power. The election was Africa's largest democratic exercise in a region that has undergone backsliding and military coups in recent years. This election demonstrates democracy's continued relevance and capability to deliver for the people it serves. Within Nigeria, the result reveals democracy ripening in our country. Never has the electoral map shifted so drastically in one cycle. In the presidential elections, states in all regions across the nation changed color. Some amongst you may have noticed my home state amongst them. The winning candidate did not carry his own mandate state either. That happens during a competitive election. Votes and those that cast them cannot be taken for granted. Each must be earned. Competition is good for democracy. There is no doubt the people's decision has been rendered in the results we look at today. That is to say that the exercise was without fault, for instance.
That is not to say.
That is not to say, I beg your pardon, but that the exercise was without fault. For instance, there were technical problems with electronic transmission of the results of the call. Of course, there will be areas that needs work to bring further transparency and credibility to the voting procedure. However, none of the issues registered represent a challenge to the freeness and fairness of the elections. He continues to say that I know some politicians and candidates may not agree with this view. That too is fine. If any candidate believes they can prove the fraud they claim is committed against them, then bring forward the evidence. If they cannot, then we must conclude that the election was indeed the people's will, no matter how hard that may be for the losers to accept. If they feel the need to challenge, please take it to the courts and not to the streets. That's from the president. He says, however, to do the latter means they are not doing it in the interest of the people, but rather to inflame, to put the peoples in harm's way and all for personal selfish gains. He concludes by saying, after a degree of polarization that necessarily accompanies any election, it is now time to come together and accept responsibility. It says, I call on all candidates to remember the peace pledge they signed just days before the elections. Do not undermine the credibility of INEC. Let us now move forward as one. The people have spoken. Those were the words of President Muhammadu Buhari in congratulating the president-elect, whose picture you're seeing on your screen. He polled 8,794,726 votes to emerge the winner of the 2023 presidential election. So he's now President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
If indeed he is President-elect.
And